relaxed. You get relaxed a little bit. Just kind of put your feet on the floor and get your toesies out. All right. And just kind of take a deep breath through your nose. Just a deep breath, just feeling, and let it out. Just as you let out your breath, just kind of, I know you have a little tension in your shoulders, maybe just kind of let that out a little bit. Okay. Now take one more breath. And just slowly let it out. And just relax. And go ahead, if you will, and allow an image to form. The image of a meadow. Yeah, a meadow. A meadow you may have never seen before, or maybe a meadow you have seen. And you're walking in this meadow. Just see yourself walking. As you walk, go ahead and describe your experience yourself. And tell all the details. Let me ask you some questions to help you tell the details. What kind of day is it? What do you see? What is it like to walk there? What is it like? Is it fun? Is it easy? Yeah, it is. It's kind of fun and easy maybe. And what color is the meadow? You see the colors? Is the color bright? Or is the color dim? Is the meadow focused? Or is it kind of blurry maybe, a little defocused? Is the meadow framed or panoramic? Does it just go on forever, or is it in a nice little frame? And are there any sounds? Do you hear any sounds? Are these sounds important to you? They could be, we don't know. And what do you hear? Is the sound loud or is it soft? Just kind of listen and see if it is. And what are the intensity of those sounds? And are there any feelings that you're feeling right now? Feel those feelings, yeah. And do the feelings have a shape? And what do your feet look like as they move across the meadow? And as you move across the meadow, guess what? You notice a friendly person, a friendly person coming to meet you and coming to meet you as you travel across the meadow. And you instantly recognize this person as your personal guide. Wow, your personal guide, isn't that neat? So go ahead and look at that guide and describe that guide to yourself. And as you do that, understand that there are important things buried in this meadow. And they're important to you. Yeah. Important to releasing you from, just releasing you from all the negative beliefs of the past that have made you unhappy. The guide will help you find those important buried things. And as you're walking through the meadow, notice nearby is a tree. And against the tree is a shovel. And the shovel is leaning there. So you go over and, if you want, you go over there and get that shovel. What does that shovel look like? And you know that you're going to dig for buried important things. And maybe you can guess what they might be or maybe not. Is there something that can help you to release those emotions from the past that stood as obstacles to your happiness? Is there something you wish for? Well, go ahead and dig. See what that's like. How does that feel? What is the ground like? How is your progress? Your shovel hits something hard, whoops. And when it does, you lift it up. Go ahead and lift it up. And what have you got? Yeah. What are your feelings about it? Take your shovel and fill the hole back with dirt. And take the object and it will guide you to a place it belongs. Or ask your guide to help you. Describe how this happens and how you feel about it. And now open the object and see that the contents are important in helping you release the emotions that stood as obstacles to your happiness. Or ask your guide how the context will help. Now go ahead and put that special treasure down. Say goodbye to your guide. And when I say 5, I'll be counting up from 1 to 5. When I say 5, just gently open your eyes and feel good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes. Feel good. Yeah, anybody experience anything? No? Not from what I saw. I saw a lot of experience going on, okay? And you weren't even in trance, were you? That's the power of this imagery stuff.
Trance junkies.
Oh, okay. You probably were in trance.
They're all
That's right.
hypnotized.
Well, my thought was that you probably put yourself in a trance, some level of trance. This I've included with your paperwork. If you want to try it with somebody, you'll see that it works if you put them into trance. Okay.
I have a question for Catherine.
So hold
Were
on
you
just a
walking
second.
across the meadow or were you riding across?
Say again?
I was walking.
Were you? Because I thought about you, because I was riding across the meadow.
I would have been
I'm running out of time,
days,
so
my back was good.
I'm running out of time. I was gonna do one more,
But I was on a meadow where I used to ride.
Right, me
There
too.
you go.
Yeah,
I was on a meadow on Billboard Estate where I used to go riding.
yeah.
let's try one more, okay? Jiz, do I have time to try one more?
I have a quick question. Do you speak this quickly when you do it?
Sometimes. One of the things, let's stop for just a second. That's a good question, although you're not supposed to ask anybody, it's
I
okay.
felt I needed
It's a
it.
good question, and the reason is because when I learned how to do hypnosis, you always spoke in a soft, slow, gravelly voice. That's right. Matter of fact, when I learned, that's all we're allowed to say. That's right.
So
People
you,
wouldn't trance like that.
yeah, you learned from an Ericksonian.
Say again?
You learned from an Ericksonian then.
Well, one of the things I learned, I went to NGH. Anybody been to an
That's
NGH convention, either Golden Weekend or up north? Okay. Have you ever heard Don Martin? Okay. Don Martin, something what Don Martin said. That's as fast as he goes, people go, just like that. So,
He's loud. and
he's loud,
fast.
you can talk soft, whatever you think makes sense to you.
No, the only reason I asked that is
He's an
because,
auctioneer, I'm sorry.
not everyone can bring up that imagery as quickly as you were talking. And so I just wondered if.
Did I bring up an image and I was talking fast?
Well, at some points, I was still where you were, and then you went right on to.
Yeah.
So it was like I was running to catch up with you.
That's okay too.
So,
But see, and thank you for saying that, because the purpose of all this is for your client to experience something. Because I guarantee you, the first time out of the shoot, your client's experienced like what I'm gonna tell you right now, okay, because everybody has pain. And I gave you the control room, I gave you the control, I wanna do that once real quick. I guarantee you do this to your client the very first time you see your client, and they'll come back forever. Forever. Okay, one last question.
I was just gonna say, part of that is pacing and leading, and when you're with an individual client, you're likely to pace with where they are. When you're with a group,
Depends on
you
them.
can't pace every person because everybody is going at a different pace.
If you
So,
ever
yeah.
call.
So some people might have to try to keep up with.
Yes, but if you
other
ever, hold on
people.
just a second, if you ever tried to, ever call a customer service, but usually have young women on there, and I don't know where these people come from, but God bless them, they're awesome, because they have so much energy, they talk so fast, you can't even understand them. So because I'm old, I can get away with it, I said, well, I'm an old man, you have to talk slower. So they apologize to talk slower. Now, would I talk slow to a person like that? Probably not.
Right, right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that was my point,
NLP, as you know, and all of you that are going to study this, need to learn NLP also, at least an overview of it. You match, mirror match. Okay, how many of you have ever had a client come to you or anticipate a client coming to you that has pain? Okay? Big money to be made in pain. Okay, there's big money because you're the only one that can really deliver without the side effects of ugly drugs. It's the most amazing thing. There's 15 different ones I learned about pain with glove analgesia and all these other things. But this is my favorite because you can teach this to your client, they can use it when they're not with you, which makes them come back. It's just awesome. Have you ever done the control room? Raise your hand. Okay, all right. Let me tell you what it is. And then if you will, we can do it fast. 'Cause I don't want to be here doing it all night. The control room is, I learned this, the very first thing I learned from a guy named Matt James, who I thought was one of the best hypnosis instructors I've ever had in my life. He's in Hawaii through the Empowerment Partnership. And Tad James is his father. Tad's pretty well known in the industry. Well, Matt taught this to us. And the way it works is this, is you walk through a beautiful forest, and then you see a beautiful door with a beautiful brass knob. You turn the knob, open the door, step inside, and inside of this beautiful control room, there's just thousands of rows of dials and switches controlling everything. And it's just amazing, it's beautiful, and it feels good in there. And you walk over to a table, we're gonna all do this, but you walk over to a table and there's a book. And it's the book of you! And it's the book of you, and you open it up, and every page has a different part of you that you can control. And so you go to the part which has the pain. Let's say you have a pain in your foot. Okay? Or somebody called me a pain in the butt. Okay? So the bottom line is you take them over there where that panel is, and there's a dial. And there's a switch, or button, or dial, whatever you want to use. I do this all the time with clients. It's just so powerful, the tool. And I say, okay, where's the dial? Say they have a pain in the knee. Okay, oh, there it is. Go find it. Okay, and there it is. And you look at the dial, and what does it say? It says 9. I say, okay, well, dial it down to 3. And is there any pain in your knee now? What? No, it isn't. Well, dial it up to 10. Oh my God, it hurts so much. I'm back down to 2. And it's gone. Okay, and then they do it with this lever. And when it gets to the level that you like the best, and I never let them go to 0, by the way, because pain is an indication that something's wrong. Okay. This is especially good for chronic pain, though, where the doctors can't find anything wrong. But that never have them go to 0. And so they just pull the lever and they do it. I say, anytime you feel a pain, just go to your control room, and they can do it. We love you for this. Keep that in mind. So I'll go through this real fast if you'd like.
Yes.
Are you up for it?
Yes.
Okay, close your eyes, put your stuff down. Oh,
And
question.
this is during, they are hypnotized already
Yes.
when you're doing this?
Yeah, we can do it the way I do it too.
Okay.
I want you, the reason I'm doing it this way instead of doing putting you all in a trance, which everybody would love and all this, okay, but it takes too long, is I want you to show you the power of this. When you were in the meadow, you were there, weren't you? Come on, be honest,
Yeah.
okay? You were there. And if I'd have told you, can you feel that wet dew on your feet? You'd have felt that wet dew on your feet mostly. Now, if they're in trance, they definitely will. Okay? Power of guided imagery. So let's do this real quick and see if you like it. And I'm going to talk fast. Okay? So go ahead and get comfy. And this, by the way, is you take this with you. I sold this from somebody, I don't know where, so it must be copyrighted by somebody, but who cares? Okay. So you're not paying me, so go ahead if you will. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, just close your eyes and let them rest gently, gently closed. And imagine yourself, imagine yourself walking through a wonderfully enchanted forest. This is the forest of infinite possibilities. The path, yes, the path is smooth and level at your feet. And go ahead and notice the way the sun dapples through the canopy of trees, making stained glass images on the ground. An abundant growth of vegetation line the path. Go ahead and notice that. Stately old trees and wildflowers as far as the eye can see. And there's just a hint of a breeze blowing the scent of the flowers about. It's one of those perfect days